The truth behind Raymond Floyd's biggest controversies. Raymond is a golfing titan with 4 major championships and countless victories. This is an exploration of the biggest controversies he has been involved in during his illustrious career. This will be a revelation. Our team dug into the annals of NBC Golf, the Columbus Dispatch, and Golf Week for this reflection of his poignant journey as a master of precision, marred by a landscape of controversy. Join us through to the end to find out which is the biggest controversy in his otherwise legendary career. Let's first take a look at his outstanding golf career. He and Sam Snead are the only golf professionals to win PGA Tour events in 4 decades. A PGA Tour contemporary of Memorial founder Jack Nicklaus, he persevered through competitive golf from the 60s into the 90s. It is indeed odd that his 4 majors don't include a British Open. Add those majors, which included a dominant Masters win in 1976, to his 4 decades of being a legitimate championship contender. As a PGA regular from 1963 to 1992, he won 22 times on the tour. His final win came at the Doral Ryder Open in 1992 at age 49, which registered him as one of the oldest players to win a PGA Tour event. The win was also a landmark as it gave him the distinction of winning in the PGA Tour in the span of 4 decades. He added 11 wins on the Senior Tour, including 3 of its majors. He also played 8 times as a member of the Ryder Cup US team and as a captain of the 1989 team. His first victory with the team came in 1969, adding 6 more titles along the way. As a player at age 51 in 1993, he was recognized as the oldest ever Ryder Cup player. As the captain of the 1989 team, he figured in a minor controversy with the European team after he famously introduced his US team as the 12 greatest players in the world. He made the remark at the gala dinner before the start of the matches. It irritated the European team, specifically Englishman Nick Faldo, who felt his comment was inappropriate given the nature of the competition. Add to his distinctions is his winning the Varden Trophy in 1983 for registering the lowest scoring average on the PGA Tour. He was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1989 and was an honoree at Jack Nicklaus's Memorial Tournament in 2013. Fresh out of the University of North Carolina, he turned pro in 1961 after a stellar amateur run highlighted by a victory in the 1960 JC's Open. After playing in 10 PGA Tour events, he won his first at the St. Petersburg Open Invitational in 1963 at age 20. By birding 16 and making a 25-foot par putt at 17. He won $3,500 for the victory and was named Rookie of the Year. His first major came at the 1969 PGA Championship on the NCR course in Dayton. He took the trophy home again in 1982, this time at Southern Hills in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In between these wins, he captured the 1976 Masters, winning by 8 strokes. His 4-round score of 271 was the lowest 4-day total in the tournament's history, a feat only Jack Nicklaus was able to accomplish in 1965. His most impressive major victory came in the 1986 US Open. He was not only the oldest winner of the tournament at that point, at 44, but he was also the only player to finish under par that year, at 1 under 279. The closest he came to winning the British Open was in 1978, when he finished in a 4-way tie for second, 2 strokes behind the eventual winner, Jack Nicklaus. Raymond finally called it a career at age 67 on the eve of the 2010 Masters, a tournament where he competed 44 times, making the cut for the last time in 1999 at age 56. What could have been the biggest controversy he got involved in during this illustrious golf career of his? Don't let go to find out. What aspect of his game has frustrated critics and competitors alike? Known for his relatively slow pace of play on the golf course, he took a deliberate and methodical approach to hitting his shots, often taking more time in lining up and accessing each shot compared to other players. This sometimes led to delays during rounds, causing critics to argue that his leisurely pace disrupted the game flow. His taking excessive amounts of time reading putts, lining up shots, and consulting his caddy frustrated his competitors, who grew impatient as they waited behind him. Some spectators, on the other hand, become disengaged and lose their interest in the match. Some consider slow play to be a contentious golf issue that sparked debates on its effect on etiquette, sportsmanship, and whether it is detrimental to the overall enjoyment of the game. Others admire Raymond's methodical approach, which produces a swing known for its smooth, rhythmic motion, which often appeared slower compared to his competitor's swing, but generated significant power and accuracy. These comments on his slow play casted a dark shadow on his otherwise illustrious career. It has become a narrative footnote to his achievements, highlighting the complexities of his personality and his unwavering commitment to the pursuit of his own methods. His slow-paced play is one of the controversies he experienced in his 4-decade career, but is not the biggest. What could the biggest be? Hang on in there and find out soon enough. What happened in 2003 that totally changed his outlook in life? He was diagnosed with prostate cancer after his doctors noticed a rise in his prostate-specific antigens in 2003. It was one of the most difficult things he dealt with given the seriousness of the diagnosis. Before it, the most severe medical problem he encountered was a hernia in 2002. He underwent surgery on December 17 of that year, and 2 weeks later, was given a clean bill of health. He did not play golf for the next 8 weeks. For the next 3 years, he monitored his prostate as part of his regular checkups. Raymond is the third high-profile Champions Tour player to undergo prostate cancer surgery. Before him, there was Arnold Palmer in 1997 and Jim Colbert later the same year. It's now time to discuss his biggest career controversy. This is it. What is the biggest controversy he got involved with in his 4-decade career? He has been a member of the World Golf Hall of Fame since 1989. He is of utmost belief that the induction criteria deserve an overhaul to prevent unworthy players from becoming members. He said that players who don't truly belong and lack the numbers get voted into the Hall of Fame. It doesn't seem fair to the players who got in early. His comments were in reference to the induction of Fred Couples, who has a major among his 15 career PGA Tour wins, Colin Montgomery, who has not a single major to boast of, and Bob Charles and Lanny Wadkins, who both had one major during their careers. It is good to note that Fred was the player who prevented him from winning another green jacket after losing to Fred in the 1992 Masters event. He is of the contention that one major does not constitute an entry to the Hall of Fame, but perhaps 2 majors or 1 major and 40 wins. He is asking for a clear demarcation line in the determination of the worthiness of a player to be inducted. He continued to say that he didn't vote during some years in the past because the listed nominees were not worthy of induction. Fred Couples took Raymond's comments in stride. He points out the fact that he wasn't the one who placed his name in the ballot, nor did he vote. He is comfortable with the legacy he has brought to the sport, whether he is inducted to the Hall of Fame or not. Raymond has carved his name in the annals of golf history, and he will forever be remembered. For more stories on the golfers who stand tall on the World Golf of Fame, become a regular subscriber to our channel and gain access to our numerous videos about them.